Anyway, welcome back to the show, lads. Been a while. International break finally over.
Alhamdulillah.
So I asked you guys what you guys have been up to.
And we told you.
I repeat it for the.
We've been enjoying our midfielders bossing the European scene.
Nice. Who did McTominay score against?
Ooh, big Spain.
Spain is whack now.
Ooh, Spain is ranked higher than
Kenya, man.
Kenya.
Yeah. It's a big team.
Spain are the only team that ever won back-to-back Euros.
Spain is the only team that's called La Furia Roja, bro.
The only team that won Euros, World Cup, and then Euros.
It's the only team that's called Red Fury, bro. That's a big team, man.
It sounds so much better in English, man. That sounds like food in Spanish.
Do you know who was playing midfield for Spain?
Who?
Rodri.
Yeah, you know what that guy was trying to do to Arsenal players?
What?
He was trying to scythe down any Arsenal player he saw, bro.
Oh, so Odegaard played against Rodri and lost.
Yes.
But McTominay bossed.
So did KT.
Interesting.
So did KT.
Interesting. You know
McTominay couldn't score without KT's contribution.
And KT couldn't assist without McTominay's contribution.
It wasn't an assist.
It wasn't an assist.
It wasn't.
What was it?
Like a pre.
It was a pre-knock deflection.
It was a pre-assist to the assist.
That's even worse.
That's what you guys are claiming.
You can get your assist, wallah.
Wallahi. That's what you're treating. You're treating KT better than Robertson.
Yeah.
That's what made.
And
you
Robertson
treat
actually got an assist.
He also did.
Anyway, shit. I mean, crap.
Let's relax.
I honestly haven't watched any international games except for which one? The England-Ukraine one.
Did you watch the Kenya versus Iran?
Nope. I heard it was match fixed.
Yes.
I don't think it's match fixed, but I think it's just howler.
I wouldn't be surprised though.
That second goal.
No,
That's second goal, bro.
I don't think it's unfair.
You know
It's
you're from Syria, bro. You
Matas is
can smell this
actually
thing,
quite
bro, from
overrated,
far.
Yeah, but he hasn't played in a while apparently. Like he hadn't played in like 6 months or something.
He's quite overrated.
I don't think he's overrated. He's one.
I think he has a very cool name.
Okay.
Yeah.
For a keeper, like
Matas. Listen,
Yeah.
if you had what was the stat that I saw? He had like 18 clean sheets last year. You can't be overrated and have
That's
18
not
clean
bad.
sheets.
That's
in
not
Kenya.
But
Where does he play
what
in
are we
Kenya?
comparing it with?
I don't know. I guess we
Another
don't really
Kenyan
have
player. So
I don't know.
so we're comparing. We're comparing with fucking Mike now, which we've seen by the way. Whatever I've been preaching, that guy is the best keeper in the world.
Mignon.
He did a De Gea save,
Mignon.
and he can pass as good as Ederson.
Okay, that makes him the third best in terms of passing in England because Rambo comes second.
No,
Yeah,
I said better than Ederson.
in passing.
Yes.
Ederson's passing isn't even as good as Rambo's or Alisson's.
Do you know who has the
Wait,
best
wait,
passing?
wait,
Do you know who
shut
has the
up.
best? Do you
I
know?
have the
Do you know
stats.
who has the best passing rate for goalkeepers in Europe?
Uh.
Not even this Rambo Manenos, like the keeper for Porto.
Nobody cares about.
Bro, that guy is coming to change football, man, in England.
Which guy?
Costa. His name is Costa.
Yeah, Costa.
Costa.
Something
yeah.
there. I know.
Yeah. Go look him out, guys.
You looked him.
Amazing
the only reason he looked
keeper.
him up is because he's linked with the United.
Of course.
Colin,
Of course.
What else would you look up?
Well, of course.
All right.
Like
Well,
where would you watch a Porto
until I
League
see
game?
him doing it in the Premier League, I don't care, or even Champions League.
No, I
Or
think
go up in
I
Champions
think
League
with
when we
keeper.
play.
But
I think
keeping
with
is
keepers
keeping, bro. Keeping
I
is
don't-
keeping.
No, not really.
Yeah, all I
No, there's a
keeping.
different intensity, bro.
What
You have-
intensity,
you have-
bro?
For example, he's being closed down by Gonçalves, right?
By
Who's
who?
Like Gonçalves.
Okay.
Who's a very good striker.
Good striker, but not exactly the most rapid player in the world, right? Compare that to some of the fast pace merchants in the Premier League. If he's being closed down by a Gabriel Jesus, a Haaland, a Rashford.
Yeah, but a goal kick is a goal kick. A save is a
I'm
save.
not talking about just goal kicks. I'm talking about open
Hey,
play
what are you
passing.
saying?
If you can be composed and make a pass, if someone is running at you at 50, you can also do the same. Like if you can pass the ball,
50
you
years
can pass
old?
the ball. At 50 kilometers an hour.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You can do the same with someone who's
running
doing
at 50
70.
kilometers an hour?
It's an example.
He's
Can you
giving a
relax?
comparison.
A 50
Like,
and a
why
70.
not use 20 and 30? Like, it's
So that I can show exactly how fast.
Okay,
By the way, I disagree. I think Portuguese players are faster than. I think English players are not as fast. Your game against
Sporting.
Sporting.
Huh.
Oh, you were outrun, outplayed.
No, we weren't outrun.
You were outrun.
We weren't outrun.
How many times did
How many times are you guys gonna say outrun?
I'm only saying it because you keep saying it.
outrun? I was outrun.
Overrun, bro.
No,
Outrun.
but it's
You're
out.
outrun.
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 Yeah.
Outrun. Skia. How many times did that short guy outrun your defenders?
Which one?
The guy who was so
Marcus
many
Edwards.
chances.
Yeah, Marcus Edwards.
That guy is fast.
Exactly. Where is he? Which league is he in?
The Portuguese league.
Shut the fuck up.
Nos.
But where does he come from? Tottenham.
Liga Nos.
He comes from Tottenham.
No, but still, he is there, and there's so many players who are similar.
Nah.
Saying that they're not fast players in Portugal is a bit.
La, I'm just saying they're not as fast on average in the Premier League. You might have an outlier like Sporting, who are, by the way, well worth their win.
In the Premier League, how many fast strikers we have? Not Weghorst. Not Getya.
I don't know why you thought I was gonna say Weghorst, bro. Like,
He just wanted to add that not Weghorst.
Darwin Núñez, Haaland, Rashford, Gabriel Jesus, Martinelli, Saka.
You're talking about forwards now, like front three.
Yeah, like I'm just saying, on average, you have so many fast forward players.
There's more intensity
In
basically.
Leeds, yeah, there's a lot more intensity, but that comes because of the pace. Leeds players, Son, Kulusevski. I don't know if Kulusevski is that fast.
He's not
But-
rapid.
He's not rapid, yeah. But like, there's a lot of fast players around
Harry Kane
the
is
Premier
not
League.
fast as well.
Harry Kane is
He's not
more
rapid.
clinical Weghorst. Like, he's a more clinical Weghorst. I don't know.
Honestly,
And passion.
Weghorst runs faster than him. Weghorst pressures faster than Harry Kane.
I think the size, the momentum of his size.
Yeah, by the way, I
carries
think
it forward.
I think people underestimate Weghorst's speed because of how tall he is. I think
Yeah.
he is fast. He just moves. He looks like he's moving slow.
That's what happens with bigger people, bro.
No, he looks like he's
that's why
moving.
when you see giants, for example, right? They move considerably slower, but in terms of distance they're actually covering is massive.
So Weghorst don't make at the same level as Saka because he'll get there with fewer strides.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
I see what you're
I
saying,
don't
see what
know
you're
what's
saying.
going
So
on
in a
here.
100-meter race, he'll win it. He'll just look like he lost it.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying. You're a genius, man. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe as always. If you haven't done that, turn on that little bell over there so you don't miss out on any of our content. And we have a lot of exciting stuff coming up from hopefully next week. So stay tuned for our social media messaging and our announcements. The international break is well and truly over. And now we can finally delve into the title running, you know? And for some, top 4 running
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
for you guys. Top 4, yeah.
It's not gonna be as tough, but I think that is something to look forward to.
The top 4 race is the least exciting thing this season.
Yeah, fair enough.
If you think about it,
Yeah.
there's just not as many teams involved. There's 12 teams involved in the
Wait, top 4.
yeah,
top 4.
12
How
teams
many teams
involved.
are involved in top 4? Man United,
Newcastle,
Newcastle, Spurs,
Liverpool,
and
Brighton.
Liverpool.
Brighton are in there, bro. Brighton are
I
so
don't think
in
so,
there.
but yeah, we'll just add
What do
them.
you mean? Look at the league table. Habibi.
Brighton and Brentford, I think.
Yeah,
are
Brighton
in
and
there.
Brentford.
Yeah,
Fulham, I don't think. Fulham, I think.
mathematically
they've
yes,
dropped
but I don't think.
off. What do you
yes.
mean, bro?
And I think Manchester United is the only team that's in 2 races.
Guys, let's be serious. okay?
Mathematically.
Mathematically.
The same way we're in the title
Where-
race is the same way Brighton is in top 4 race.
Yeah.
Mathematically, yes.
Bro, Brighton,
United-
Skiza,
Yeah.
Brighton have 1 game in hand on you, right? And they're 8 points behind you. Zawa.
Mhm.
They have played one less game than us.
Yeah. They've played 1 less game than Newcastle and Liverpool and 3 fewer games than
We have a
Tottenham.
we have a
You guys have 50 points. They have 42. And they still have to play you guys. And you guys still have big games to play. And so do they. Like,
yeah,
they're
you're,
well
you're,
and
you're
truly
trying to
in
make
it.
it look dramatic, but
No,
I
wallahi, they're
could
in
like
there.
it too.
No,
And-
it's true, man.
And
I think so.
yeah, I think they're definitely in there. Look at the league table yourself. You
But
can't
like-
tell me they're not in it.
But like what I was saying is, I think Manchester United are in 2 races. We're in the top 4 race,
Mm-hmm.
and we're also mathematically
Huh.
in the race for the title, bro. As
We
long
will.
as the math is
Let's get-
mathing, bro, I feel like we're in.
How
for a
is it
shout.
mathing? That's what I want to see. I
It's
want to see your
mathing.
math.
I mean, like, you guys still have to play Chelsea, Liverpool, and City.
Yeah.
Those are 12 points. 9 points.
Uh-huh.
It's still mathematically possible.
So,
bro.
assuming...
How many points are you guys above us?
19 now.
Astaghfirullah. That's what I'm chasing.
Wallah, it's 19.
Hey.
We're on 69. You guys are on 50.
And there's 10 games to go. That means there's 30
we have
points
how many games in hand on you?
to fight for.
2.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
So, how many points is that?
13.
14. No, 13.
Yeah, so mathematically, we're still in it, man.
Yeah. But
So, assuming we lose all our games...
Not all. You could just even lose 3 games.
Yeah, I'm saying those 3 big games.
Yeah.
All 3 of them.
Yeah.
And assuming you also win all of those.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's been done before.
It has.
Manchester
not like-
United has been 13 points behind the leaders, and we've won the league before.
Yeah.
So
When was that?
back in the days, man, when we were winning leagues.
But I'd like facts. Remember
It's
here we talk
facts.
Factual.
It's
bro.
factual.
When
bro.
though? And who are you guys chasing?
I need to
if
check.
you don't mind?
I think we were chasing Arsenal
Ah.
because it was Arsenal and United back then.
Yeah, fair.
It could have been Arsenal or Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, and it only makes sense for Arsenal to bottle.
Exactly.
So do Liverpool, though. To be fair, there was once Liverpool finished second. So, watch it.
You know, it could be either. Anyway, before we start, can we talk about what we've just seen today, the disrespect of the Premier League? I think the Premier League are being very
I think
disrespectful.
the Premier League have
I
completely
think
honored.
they're being very nostalgic.
They've honored the managers
I
the
think-
right way.
I understand.
No.
I understand the Premier League trying to like promote
Mm.
a dead rivalry. I don't think there was any rivalry there.
There was.
I think it was very one-sided.
There was.
It was very one-sided.
It was.
You cannot win 13 Premier Leagues and you win 3 and you can say there's competition there.
There
That's
was competition
very
for a period
one-sided.
of time. There was a competition for a period of time.
I think it's cute that they've decided to not put Mourinho as the first inductee.
Cute
I
that
think-
they've decided not to put Mourinho as the
Yeah,
first.
it's very disrespectful.
So you think
Not even Fergie.
No, I think Mourinho is the greatest Premier League manager of all time.
Disgusting.
If we are going by the person who's actually, to be fair, in the 90s when Fergie I think won 6 of his Premier Leagues, maybe 7, I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
The Premier League was one of the worst leagues in Europe.
wasn't one of the
It
worst?
was,
it was like
was dead.
it was Dutch league now.
Oh,
It was
exactly.
like French league now.
Yeah,
I'll
it,
be
it-
honest.
It was quite, and then
It was because Lee Cattermole would have been seen as a bowler back then. You know what I mean?
and then apart from despite all that, they were doing exactly what Bayern and PSG are doing.
Yeah.
Man United used to buy all the best players in the league. Oh, Andy Cole bottling in Newcastle. Let's get him. Oh, Cantona, let's buy him. They were buying everyone who was good.
So Cantona was overrated. That's what you're saying.
No, he was good. They
Leeds.
were buying all the good players who were in the league then.
But at least
No,
he
so
wasn't.
So it was
and
like a
also-
Bayern Munich. That's what
At
you're
Leeds,
saying.
at Leeds,
Yeah.
he wasn't banging as much.
Who?
Cantona.
Oh my God! What
I'm
do you mean?
telling you, bro.
Like you could see Cantona from the moment he played, you could just see this guy was. We spent a lot of money to buy him. Bottom line is,
I don't like this line of questioning, bro.
the thing is that's a reality, bro. That's a
Nah,
reality.
it's not a reality, bro.
The idea of buying the best players and breaking transfer records while doing it while no one else is doing it, because what other team was breaking records apart from when Chelsea started buying players? No one. Arsenal never used to. How much you guys buy Henry? Almost free. It was a free transfer. If I'm not wrong, from Juve.
No, it wasn't free. It
Confirmed.
was like 12, 15 M or something.
He
bro.
was quite cheap. Everyone.
So what? That's what Arsene Wenger was
That's
known
the
for.
thing. Like he was competing with guys who are getting players for 10, 12, and he was buying players for 30, 40.
Who was buying?
Ferguson. Yeah, buying Ferdinand for
How
30
much was
something.
Mourinho buying them for?
That's the thing. So now what?
How much was Mourinho buying them for?
So now
Answer that question.
Let me answer. Let me answer. Let me answer.
What we
Yeah.
don't
If-
what we don't do here is run away from questions. Also.
Yeah, I'll answer the question.
So.
If we have one person doing it for 10 years alone,
Mm-hmm.
and then when Mourinho started doing it, so there was 2 teams who were actually buying players. Arsenal, Man United,
Newcastle also bought players for very big prices.
I don't
Alan
think
Shearer
so.
was bought
He
for
was
20
literally the
million,
only player.
30. No, there was players like for Blackburn. They broke the transfer record for some player. I can't remember who it was.
The Blackburn signing was, I think it was. I forgot. But he was a player who went from Blackburn to Man United. That was the transfer being broken.
Doesn't matter. The point is,
No, man. Who?
Yeah.
Who, bro?
bro. Up until
I'll confirm.
Ferguson signed Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand was the most expensive player at 40 million in the Premier League. Like that's not that big.
Do you know how long that was?
So for a defender, the point is, it's not like he was splashing cash
money,
around.
When Mourinho won back to back, how much money did he spend? How much money did he spend on John Terry, Lampard? All those guys were there.
No, already. I agree, but why are you making it seem like it's a bad thing? Because unlike Mourinho, Sir Alex Ferguson would buy and sustain the next 2-3 years of highest competitive level that you can possibly do.
If you can buy every single player in the league at your will, getting RVP, getting Babatov, getting all this.
He used to go abroad. He signed Veron. He signed Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy, was he a big player when he was signed for? He was cheap.
He was even injured when we signed him.
Yeah. Ronaldo, how much did he sign him for? Like, he was a prospect. He wasn't a world-renowned star.
Bottom line is, he could do...
No bottom line.
He could do anything he wanted.
No.
And then Saddam...
No, every team could have done that, but at the same time...
And then Saddam...
What was interesting about the rivalry between Arsene Wenger, right, and Ferguson is within that period when Arsene Wenger just started. Because Arsene Wenger has 2 periods in his Premier League career. No, he has 2 periods. He has pre-Emirates era... Right,
at Highbury,
the Highbury era and the pre-Emirates and the post and the Emirates era, right? At the Highbury era, it was like we win a league, then Man United win a league, then we win an FA Cup, Man United win a treble. Did you guys win? No, a three-peat. You guys did a three-peat between 99, 2000, 2001. No, 98, 99, and 2000. Yeah. Then Arsenal win 2001, right? Yeah, they did that. But Arsenal and United, it wasn't like Arsenal were struggling to finish in the top 4 those seasons. They were there. It was the old school Liverpool City of now, except Arsenal actually had a say on title races and they were pushing each other in the same way. So he won. Okay. I can see why people would insist on why Fergie should be indicted as the first. Or the first group. Yeah. Okay, fine. Yeah.
But why Wenger? Is it because he retired? Is it because
English football? Wenger is, in my opinion...
Before you start on that, and then just one more point about the Alex Ferguson thing. Even if you look at the team, 70% of the team is homegrown players from the academy. We're the only team in the league since...
That time.
I don't know, for 50 years, I think even more than 50 years, who have had a homegrown player in the first 18 for every Premier League game.
But you could argue majority of the sparkle, majority of the things that made things take were foreign players who he spent
Paul
money on.
Scholes, David Beckham, Ryan Giggs, all of these.
Nicky Butt, guys.
You could replace
John O'Shea,
of those with
Darren Fletcher. All these guys are from the academy, bro.
Not from the academy,
most of them are from the academy.
About the keepers, for example, even just to single out and refresh the squad with legendary players. Stam.
What he used to do is buy one player here for a position that he knows will make this team compete for the league. So
and for the next 6 years, Akosao.
Buying Robin van Persie. We needed a striker that season because the season before Manchester City beat us on goal difference. So he just bought the best thing that's in the league.
You wouldn't see such things now.
No, but Saddam.
Everyone has money.
You would, bro. The biggest teams always buy the best players in the league they're playing. It happens. Everywhere.
Van Persie was on a 1 year, he had 1 year remaining on his contract, right? Like, no matter who you are, in which league, no matter who your rival is, you're going to try and sign him. You're going to go in. Like, if Van Persie was 1 year left on his contract, he was the top scorer for Barcelona in La Liga. Real Madrid are coming in and signing him for sure.
Arsenal allowing that, that's the point. Arsenal allowing Van Persie to go to Man United, who he was your best player.
Yes.
He was your captain.
He was our captain.
So you allowing that to happen, that shows that there was less ambitious teams around Man United.
But wait. Let's go beyond. Let's not get too far. What we were talking about is the rivalry that stood for the Highbury era was a real rivalry. Like it had everything you needed.
Lasted what, 5 years, 4 years?
6 years. From 1997 till about 2004. That's how many years?
Not 2004.
2004, 2005. Like Man United played Arsenal in the
No,
2005
the
FA
moment-
Cup
the moment
and we beat you
Mourinho
guys
came-
on penalties.
The moment Mourinho came, that was the end of Arsenal Kwanzaa. You guys were never. You
2000,
were never
he
anything.
came 2004,
significant.
2005. He won that league, right? But at the same time, that was the introduction of the mega oil-rich companies buying into the Premier League. So let's not go beyond that, because just because this happened at a long time ago, it doesn't take away the weight of what shaped the Premier League. Ferguson built teams in a way that he just, kept rebuilding teams, either spending money or players through the academy,
Spending
right?
money.
But at the same time, like with an identity, right? That's not easy to do. And for example, that's why Jose Mourinho is probably one of the most sacked managers in the Premier League, right? Like if it comes
What
to
do you mean one of the most sucked?
sacked, like
He's been
how many
sacked
times has he
twice
been
by
sacked?
Chelsea.
But he's
bro.
also been. He's one of the
He's
ones.
been sacked twice by Chelsea.
But he's one of the.
Once by Tottenham.
Me, if you've been sacked by
Wait.
Tottenham, I don't even know why you're
But
even
he's also
arguing
one-
Yeah.
about this inductee.
But he's
thing,
also
bro.
one of the managers who's been employed most in the
No,
Premier League.
but what's his impact in terms of the Premier League? It's not really his impact. It's Roman Abramovich's impact. If you wanna have a Hall of Fame inductee for owners, then for sure, no problem for Roman Abramovich.
No,
but
no.
when we talk about managers, right?
No, but Mourinho has that impact.
No, I believe he brought the entertainment value, right? Like off the pitch.
Premier League was so boring.
It wasn't boring. That's
Premier League was
that's
very
bull
one-sided.
crap. Arsenal played some of the best
It was
football in the
either-
league, in the world, let alone the league. Arsenal
No,
played
not in the world.
Illa, they did. They played better. They were the closest thing to Barcelona's tiki-taka thing. And Wenger ball is a real thing.
Yeah, it was.
Total
Thing.
football was a
That's-
real
that-
thing.
That's because of
with-
how dead the Premier League was.
No, it wasn't that kind of football. You
That's
couldn't
how
replicate
dead-
it in Serie A.
When okay.
You
so
couldn't replicate that football in Serie A.
when you guys
No, it's
won-
easier to replicate it in Serie
Wait.
A and La Liga
Wait.
because they're less physical than the Premier League.
yeah,
At the time, though,
if
they
you're-
were one of the most the
you want
best
to see-
defensive leagues in the world.
strong teams don't just win domestically. Good managers don't just win domestically.
Mhm.
Good managers, if you're good, you win every single competition you're in. That's a sign of a good manager.
Mm-hmm.
So when Wenger won the treble, you guys were knocked out early in almost all the competitions, including Champions.
Not knocked out early. We weren't knocked out
Like
early.
you didn't go
You-
deep in any.
Yeah, because we're very likely to have like one of the strongest first 11s, right? But not a strong enough squad. And it's not like Arsenal were backed heavily with money the same way
and
that
that was
United
it.
were.
And that
No,
was-
it wasn't. That was it.
That's my point. Arsenal were never backed to be able to make this a true competition. Like you were lucky you had a really good first 11.
Why?
I think
though? They got to semi-finals of Champions League stages. They got to
Even the final. Even the final.
getting to Champions League semi-final. That's not an achievement.
It's not an achievement, but they were truly competitive. If you're being competitive, you said they weren't competitive. What I'm saying is they are.
If you're winning the league, look at Liverpool and Man City right now. The rivalry between Man City and Liverpool, one has won the Champions League, one has won gotten the Champions League 3 times. One has won the Champions League, one has gone to the Champions League once already. And you can see, like when you're competing with Man United, it's only Man United who's really trying to like do more than whatever, win more than local.
That's because they had a squad that was built for
Exactly
that.
my point. So how is it a true rivalry if you have a team that has a
Because
good
the
squad?
rivalry still exists in the league. Like
That's why there's so much animosity. Even like this season when we were playing against them, you could even feel the rivalry of old coming out.
yeah,
Because
like
despite the fact that maybe Manchester United have always had financial backing better than other clubs, I think the mitigating factor here was Arsene Wenger and his style of football, and the fact that he was able to identify young talents before they became super mega stars.
Okay, fantastic.
And bring them into the team. That's
good.
always been the Arsenal model, correct?
No, that's very good. That's a way of doing it, but that's not competitive.
They were
It is.
competitive.
That's
No.
the thing. When you're winning leagues, you are competitive.
No,
Ask
that is
Kina
good.
Roy Keane why
That is
even
good.
till today
No,
they still talk about
no.
The rivalry.
their rivalry.
Or some of the toughest opponents they had. They weren't saying Barcelona
Your-
or
okay.
Juve or whatever. They were saying Arsenal.
Your toughest team. How many players were from the academy?
None.
Exactly.
Because Arsene Wenger developed the academy after.
Exactly. So
he used the success
so the academy.
of the Highbury
So the
era.
academy modality of doing things was never successful.
No, it wasn't successful because it didn't have the right backing, right? Players weren't, for example, we weren't adding the right quality around the young players. Van Persie would leave, Samir Nasri would leave, Kolo Touré, Bakary Sagna, Gal Clichy, all these players, Adebayor, they would all leave. But there were players from the academy, 16-year-old Fabregas, Jack Wilshere, Abu Dhabi when he was younger. All these players that we signed when they were younger, they needed
backing,
that experience.
They needed signings.
That's what I think Ferguson had that Arsene Wenger didn't. He had the financial backing, but at the same time, he knew the right amount of experience to add to the youngins.
Yeah.
Okay? But Arsene Wenger isn't being coveted as an inductee simply because of the 3 trophies. Because of course, 13-3 is crazy, right? That's not much of a record. But we're not talking about goals. We're not talking about things that are easy. We're
talking about those.
We're talking about Premier Leagues, right?
That era, that 4 or 5 years. Where
yes,
that's
where he won. That's where Arsene Wenger won it. And then at the same time, he built a team that went unbeaten, and it's very disrespectful in this day and age to go back and say to diminish the meaning of winning something completely unbeaten, because even the most successful managers, the guys that you're saying, right, should be inducted. Jose Mourinho, Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp, the most modern managers, even managers from back then, they didn't do it. And there's a reason they didn't.
Okay.
Because it's a unique thing.
Do you know what I think is harder? I think it's harder to win the league with 100 points than to win with 80 unbeaten.
They won 87, I think.
They had 12 draws. Anyway.
No, but how is it harder?
That's the thing. Which one is easier?
Anyway.
I think the Invincibles is harder because to not lose a Premier League game in the most competitive...
But also not to win. That's the thing. You didn't win that many games.
They won 26.
No, you drew 12 games.
And they won 26.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, that's not crazy. We've had teams that have won 30 plus.
Plus also.
How many?
Your lads.
No, Man City, when Man City had 100 points, how many wins did they have?
I don't know, but
32, 33.
Check. How many?
Mom and dad.
I think it was around 28, 29.
Mom and dad are fighting.
Sorry.
Anyway, what I was saying is also this Premier League inductees thing doesn't necessarily speak to one aspect of the Premier League. So it doesn't necessarily mean that the reason why Wenger is there is because he provided competition to Manchester United, or he has 3 Premier League titles, or he did an invincible run. He could be there also because of the impact he's just had on the league as a whole in terms of sports science, in terms of psychology, in terms of
nutrition. I think he's one of the first managers.
Styles of play, introducing.
That's a better argument.
Introduction.
That was the first
introduction
part of the argument in terms of the trophies.
Introduction of foreign players into the league.
Black players.
Foreign black players.
Yeah, what I was saying when I was saying he was the catalyst of the Premier League of what it is now, right? He forced other managers to rethink how to approach management, like coaching jobs. Ferguson never used to do this, but eventually his style would also improve, right? Other managers did that. This guy transformed the Premier League, in my opinion, into becoming one of the most athletic sporting organizations in the world. In terms of high-level athleticism.
Performance.
And high-level, peak performance. I think Arsene Wenger is the catalyst for that. And also, you have to give him recognition. The guy managed a Premier League football club for 22 years. And he wasn't just managing it from...
22 years.
22 years.
So 18 seasons, he never won the league.
Yes. Now, you can laugh at that as much as you want. But for example, you can laugh at that as much as you want. But at the same time, his revolution of Arsenal from a financial point of view, right, helped revolutionize the Premier League in the same way. He made Arsenal a global brand, and in the same way, in turn, the Premier League learned how to become the global brand that it is now.
My understanding, to conclude, my understanding is Wenger's contribution is not necessarily winning games and winning titles, is the things he's impacted off the pitch.
The things that he
The
impacted
things-
off the pitch to impact the pitch.
Yes, not necessarily win games and win titles, but things that are not directly relating to winning titles.
No, they're very
But could-
directly related
but
to winning
could.
titles.
I
No,
also
they're very
think-
directly related to winning titles.
I also think he revolutionized the Premier League in that now we have a top 4 trophy, man.
Yeah.
He revolutionized the
Yeah,
number 4.
yeah.
Seriously.
Number
like,
4 in the
here
league
we are.
nowadays,
We
bro.
were
We
just
have a
about to
top
start
4
talking
race.
about the title race.
We have a top 4 race now because
Yeah.
of Wenger.
The
man.
inventor of Topores. You know what? Khalas. That's
That's
he's
enough,
worth
yeah?
it. Thank you for putting Wenger there.
But should we talk about who should be next? From like
The
It's
managers.
like managers.
I feel like it's obvious. I think. Okay, let me give you my top 5.
I want to give mine first.
Okay, give us
Top
your
5 or top 3? Top 5.
Top 5, including the
managers.
2 that we've been forced down.
So
our
the
throats.
top 5,
So-
the top 5, in my opinion, it has to be Ferguson,
Mhm.
right? Then Arsene Wenger, and then I'm going Pep Guardiola, Claudio Ranieri, and then Jose Mourinho.
I like that.
Me gusta eso.
Naim, tell us, and then I go.
Sorry,
Shit.
did I say Claudio Ranieri ahead of Mourinho? Or did I say it the other way around?
You said Ranieri then Mourinho.
Sorry, yeah, I mean the other way around. Mourinho has more Premier League titles. But Claudio Ranieri needs to be in there because that Leicester City season is so freaking special.
It's beautiful, bro.
It's so special.
It's memorable.
In the modern era to do something like that against all the money, all the science that all the mega rich clubs have. To do that.
Think
is
about
insane.
it changed their whole trajectory in terms of them being a permanent Premier League club.
Yeah.
Because they were an okay team.
Yeah.
There's nothing special about them.
Two,
And then
I
they
think,
won the league.
wasn't it like 3 years before they were doing a relegation promotional
Battle, yeah.
Yeah.
Battle.
Sorry, a promotional what do you call it?
Playoff.
No,
Playoff.
yeah.
Yeah, with Kina,
With
Yeah,
Watford.
Troy Deeney.
yeah, Troy Deeney and them. That's mad. And then when you think about the players that have come through because of it, N'Golo Kante is a household name. Mahrez, Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy has more trophies than England's all-time top scorer. Like he has the FA Cup,
And the Premier League.
and the Premier League.
And the Premier League.
Like
Yeah.
those are two massive
And-
trophies
yeah,
that Tottenham are never gonna win.
that's mad. Naim, give us your top 5.
I'm to say it's Bobby Robson, then, but he's passed away. So I'd say Pep.
Why is Bobby Robson and you never watched him?
But Sir
I
Bobby
did,
Robson was
for
he
Newcastle.
Premier League era? This
Yeah.
remember this
For Newcastle.
Oh, for Newcastle. Yeah, okay, that's true.
Naim, you're like 22.
Yeah, but like his style of football was amazing. You guys didn't watch? Didn't watch
I'm not gonna lie.
Newcastle
I watched more of his
with
style under-
Alan Shearer
under Barcelona.
and then man.
I watched under Barcelona.
That's even
Not
that's
watch,
even
like
more.
clips,
That's
like
even more
highlights
way
and
back
stuff.
than.
No, but like
What
I
I'm
didn't
talking
watch like I watched like the style of play in terms of when he had
Hey,
Ronaldo. and then-
Wemze, Tulia.
No, but as like not live
No, like the documentaries.
documentaries.
Yeah, the documentaries,
Okay,
cuz.
yeah.
That's what I saw more of.
And like
his
black and
time
white.
in Barcelona. Nah, they weren't black and white. Come on, bro. Anyway, yeah, sir. But okay, go ahead. I mean, it's your top 5. It's
Yeah. Mourinho for sure has to be there.
So you give us a
What's
ranking
Ranieri,
of 1
I don't
to
have
5.
I don't have order, man.
You don't have the balls.
I don't have the balls for order
Okay,
today.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So Bobby Robson, Mourinho, Fergie.
Wenger, Ranieri, and Pep.
It's 5.
That's
You're
6
giving us 6 people.
You can remove Bobby Robson.
You've just gone with mine, but no order.
remove Bobby Robson, bro. No, because the people who are like competing with him are still alive for one,
Yeah,
and then they've done more bits than him.
yeah.
Yeah.
No hard feelings.
Yeah.
I'm giving you my top 5 because I have the balls.
Scandalous.
Number 1,
Uh-huh.
I genuinely believe Mourinho changed the Premier League more than any other manager, and there was competition, and he won twice, same club, but
Oh, 3 times.
three times, yeah,
times.
but in 2 phases.
Did he win it in the second one?
Yeah, he won the second with Drogba coming back.
Remember when you were telling the Chelsea fans when you was Manchester
Three.
United manager?
Yeah.
3.
When he was rehired, he won the league.
You?
Number
that
2,
was
I'm
hilarious.
putting.
No, honestly, I think Mourinho is in the top 5 because, like, in terms of iconic football culture
bro.
moments.
Even
You
for
got-
even
like,
his
like, bro, he's in our memes
contribution
right now. He's in your Twitter folder.
his contribution to Twitter alone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's taking off. I know each one of us has a Mourinho picture where he's taking off that headset.
I have mine. Mine has
Everybody has that in his Twitter folder.
Mine is
I'm
the
sorry,
Apple
that is-
AirPods thing.
That has a better impact than fucking sports science. But anyway. Oh,
I agree. I
gula-
agree.
You know,
Oh,
when you
gula
eat
mashed
quite like
potatoes.
the last
Oh,
Tea mashed potatoes,
gula
tea
esprit,
pasta,
gula
pasta.
pasta, lala
Spaghetti.
samoja. Fuck that, bro. Mourinho's interview alone has a bigger legacy than Wenger.
How about when we beat Juventus, and then he was shushing everyone in Juve, bro.
Yeah, apparently.
Bro,
shooting-
I actually loved him as a manager until things started going sour. He was
No, but he
he
showed you
was
that it wasn't
repping.
him. But
He
he
was
showed you
but,
that it
he,
wasn't
but
him.
he showed us
Yeah,
it wasn't him.
yeah.
Even at Spurs, we clearly saw it was
It
never
wasn't
him.
Yeah.
Mourinho number 1. Number 2, I'm putting Pep. Number 3, I'm putting Fergie. Number 4, I'm putting Wenger. And
Klopp?
number 5, I'm putting Conte.
Yo, no, you know what? What's interesting about the Conte one,
Let
right?
me explain.
Can I
Explain
just
for me
make a
and then
remark?
I'll add.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the same point, but the Conte one, right? This guy, like, he started the league. Everybody's come in. Klopp is fresh, like first full season. Pep is fresh, first full season. Conte first full season, and he starts off with his like formation.
Guys are like,
And guys are like,
3-5-2.
No. He starts off with a back four.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Then
you guys beat
then
him.
we jump at
2-0.
3-0. At that point, they were never in the discussion for like a title race. He was like, hey, 3-0. Easy, hey, where is he? Like, we have to put in Victor Moses, right wing back. Sjuinani left back. Left
I'm
wing back.
sorry.
And then-
He changed the game.
What do you mean, huh? I can just feel like this is gonna be so fun.
Bro, Arsene Wenger used the
Impact.
3-5-2
You
that
relax,
season.
relax.
Let's
you
look at
relax.
impacts.
It's not
Yeah,
about
he
you
did,
right
he
now,
did,
bro.
He did.
Let's look at impacts, right? We're looking at Mourinho's memes and antics and interviews and legendary moments.
Yeah.
And then we have, on the other hand, we have Arsene Wenger giving black people opportunities to play. And
Ian Wright wouldn't be where he is.
He did a lot
Yeah.
for the black community, man.
and
It was the first. Never mind.
so we have Wenger using black players, and then we have Conte putting Victor Moses on the wing and winning the league. I'm sorry, Victor Moses
Going
is
back.
definitely somewhere up there.
Victor Moses, like it's mad that people don't talk enough about him as one of the best right backs in the league.
Do you know what happened? He called him again into Inter. Do you know what
Yeah.
happened? He won the
He
league.
won Serie A.
Yeah. that's
I'm
true.
sorry, he is definitely miles ahead above majority of the other guys that you guys have put.
Yeah, but
Guys
would
like
Conte
now.
have won the league the way Leicester did with Ranieri?
He did.
If he managed,
I
Leicester.
think he
Nah,
definitely
wouldn't.
would.
Nah, he wouldn't.
No, I think he would.
I don't think
he wouldn't
so.
have bought them pizza.
He didn't have that magic, man.
Yeah, the Tinker Man, bro. All right, well, thank you very much. That's our reaction to the first ever Premier League Hall of Fame managerial inductees. Congratulations to
What's
Sir
your top
Alex
5?
Ferguson
Give us your top 5 in the
and
comments.
Wenger. I already told him to give in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in the next one.